Hello everyone, and welcome to another tutorial from InFixItOnline.com. Don't forget to check out the website for more tutorials. You can also check us on YouTube. You go to their channel section and just search InFixItOnline. Alright, so in this tutorial we're going to show you how to allow a Macintosh system to access Windows Active Directory. Okay, so in this current tutorial we're going to be using Windows 2000 Server as our network operating system, or our representative on Active Directory side. Okay, this is part 1. So in part 2 we'll show you how to set up your Macintosh system that it will connect to Windows Active Directory server. Okay, so in this current tutorial with this Windows 2000 Server system, it is our domain controller, and it might be certain things you need to tweak to allow it to accept Macintosh clients, or to allow Macintosh clients to correctly connect to it. And we'll get to that later on, but right now we'll just break down the raw situation on what you need to do to allow Macintosh clients to set up. Now this server has already been set up as a domain controller. Active Directory have already been established, and DNS of course have already been set up. Okay, so with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so what you're going to do first is you're going to go, of course we're on our desktop, you have to be logged in as an administrator to perform administrative tasks. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to select Start, then you're going to go to Settings and Control Panel. Once you're in the Control Panel, what you're going to do is you're going to select Add Remove Programs. I'm going to open that up, double clicking with the left. Okay, so in the Add Remove Programs box, you're going to select on the left on Add Remove Windows Components. Windows are going to open up the Add Remove Component section. Okay, so once you're here in the Windows Components wizard, you're going to scroll down to Other Network File and Print Services. Now you can highlight it and select on Details, and it'll show you what's in the submenus. And you see File Services for Macintosh. This is what we want to select. And you can also select Print Services for Macintosh, especially if you have a business environment and you want to allow your Macintosh systems to print from the server. Now we explain further in the tutorial on how you might have problems depending on what Macintosh operating system you're using, but since Windows has this available, we're just going to select it, and then you're going to select OK. Okay, so now it brings us back to the main menu, and you see the Other Network File and Print Services is grayed out with a check. That's because we haven't selected all. But once you see that grayed out and it's still highlighted, you're going to select Next, and then Windows start the process of installing the components to allow Macintosh system to connect to Active Directory. Okay, so once Windows 2K Server has finished installing the components, you will be presented with this message. And since we're on the Windows 2000 Server system or operating system, it doesn't tell you or force you to restart. And now you see that you're finished here. That's a pretty simple process, and you just select Finish, and it brings you back to the Add Remove Program menu. You can close that now, and you can close the Control Panel menu. Okay, so now we're on the Macintosh side of things. Okay, and we're going to show you how to configure your Macintosh so it could connect to a Windows Active Directory server and shares resources. Alright, so the system I'm on now is actually in our book. It's Mac OS 10 version 10.4.11, okay, which is Tiger. Okay, so now that we're ready to configure our Mac, we're going to follow these steps here. So the first thing you want to do is you want to click on Go, and then Utilities. Then you're going to look for Direct Access, which is here. You're going to open that up. Okay, so now everything is grayed out because it's locked. So what you want to do is you want to click on the lock here. Okay, and it's going to ask for the password that you have to enter. Enter the password here. And select on OK. The things you want selected should be already selected. The LDAP version 3. The net info. To be honest, I'm not pretty sure if this should be selected, but we'll select it for the hell of it. Just to have it there, the SLP, the SMB. Okay, but the most important part of this is Active Directory. And you want to select on Active Directory to highlight it. And then what you can do is you can select on Configure. Okay, so what it had to configure, you're presented with this message here. And what you basically see is the Active Directory forest, and that's already a default and automatic, and then the Active Directory domain. Okay, so this is where you type in your Active Directory domain name. Okay. And also your computer ID. We'll put here, we'll just put iBook. Okay, then you can also select on this here. I'll create mobile account, local home directory, and startup, and so forth. We're not going to get into that, it's beyond the scope of this tutorial. Okay, but you're going to select on bind. Once you type in your password, you select on OK. And now the network administration is required. Now this is coming from Windows Active Directory. So here's where you put in, you don't necessarily have to put in an administrative password, but anyone who is granted the rights to allow or add a computer or a user to the domain. And you see here, used for authentication and used for contacts. And it shows the computer organizational unit, or the OU. You select OK.